Well, it's not often you might find the Dutch fans being outnumbered at a big tournament game, but there are an awful lot of Romanians here, and why not? It's their first knockout game at any tournament since Euro 2000. They've only ever won one such game in 8 attempts. That was 30 years ago at the World Cup, beating Argentina under the management of Angel Iordanescu, whose son Edward picks this 11. Two changes. Nitsa in goal, turns 37 tomorrow. Bancu, the left back, is suspended. Vasile Mogosh comes in. Razvan Marin is one of 6 players on 2 goals at this tournament, no relation to Marius, who anchors the midfield. Dennis Mann in for Florinel Koeman. And look out for the creativity of Stanchu, who's been excellent behind Dragush up front. These will be treasured memories, particularly for Romania, for whom this has already been a landmark tournament. Stanchu and Van Dijk are the 2 captains. The referee is Felix Zweier of Germany, his 3rd game at this tournament, assisted ably, I'm sure, by Stefan Lutt and Marco Achmuller. The 4th is Daniel Siebert, and the VAR Bastian Dankert. So Holland, well, Koeman makes 3 changes to his 11 after the defeat to Austria in Berlin. Denzel Dumfries back in at right back for Litzharel Getrauder. Joe Veerman's left out, Xavi Simons comes in, and Steven Bergwijn is the surprise, playing his first football of the tournament in for Daniel Marlin. Cody Gakpo's goal record at major tournaments is 5 in 9 games. Memphis Depay's strike against Austria means he's now scored goals at 2 Euros and 2 World Cups. Romania, as the home side, are wearing their preferred kit, or the home kit, the yellow, and the Dutch, somewhat disappointingly for an old traditionalist, are wearing blue rather than orange. But Danny Murphy, we're really looking forward to this. Great atmosphere.
Phenomenal atmosphere. I was in Berlin to see the Dutch against Austria, and I was underwhelmed by the start of the game. I expect a real different reaction in the early part of the game. They let Austria dominate. On the flip side of that, you've got Romania's energy, tenacity, desire, great mix, hoping for a wonderful game.
So it's the Dutch from left to right in the first half, all in blue, as Memphis Depay nearly nicked in behind Dragush, who was expecting that ball to go out of play, and then there's a foul by Memphis Depay and a free kick to Romania. I wonder how many of these Dutch fans made a little pilgrimage earlier today. 6.5 miles southwest of here, the Olympic Stadium, the venue for probably the greatest goal ever scored in the European Championship by the great Van Basten. The Romanian goalkeeper. That's Marius Marin forward to Dragush, couldn't get it under control. Little midfield scrap was won by Reinders momentarily. And it's a Dutch throw in, and Romania have exceeded expectations, haven't they? Winning their group E, terrific against Ukraine. I know you've been impressed by them.
Really refreshing way of playing. Can be really organised and dogged when they need to be, good shape, and then when they attacking numbers, as I said, with energy on the front foot, taking some risks. Been a real surprise package.
Here's De Vrij. Verbruggen was made to hurry by Dragush. With the forward ball, came off a bit of Cody Gakpo's head that he didn't mean it to. Dennis Mann here. Razvan Marin with the cross, and Yanis Hadji was arriving. Denzel Dumfries with a good defensive header. Good pace about the first 2 minutes.
Well, it's a brilliant cross from Razvan Marin. He's been exceptional in the first couple of games, not only with his play but his delivery. He's got wonderful technique. He hit a couple of great free kicks in the last game. His corners are phenomenal as well. That's a brilliant defensive header from Dumfries, who's come back in.
There's a little bit of blood on Yanis Hadji at the moment.
I think it's Dumfries' right elbow, just catches the top of his head, doesn't it?
So Yanis Hadji will just have a bit of treatment here. They'll have to stop the flow of blood, obviously, before the game can continue. Both sides, one win, one draw, one defeat in the group stages. That was enough for Romania to win the group. But it left the Dutch going through as the best of the 6th, 3rd place teams. And there is Edward Jordanescu. He would have been brought up in a household full of football from a very tiny age. You'll remember Angel Jordanescu, who had 3 spells as Romania's manager. And Ronald Koeman, of course, is in his 2nd as manager of the Dutch. Under pressure, Ronald Koeman.
Yeah, well, in the group games, he's not really found a settled team or system. He's tweaked it, even in the last game against Austria. We saw the tweaks, the 4-3-3 early, and then he changed to kind of like a 3-4-3 in the second. Personnel changes, 3 more today.
We're used to seeing Bart Verbruggen using his feet in a Brighton shirt, of course. We're used to seeing Bart Verbruggen using his feet in a Brighton shirt, of course. We're used to seeing Bart Verbruggen using his feet in a Brighton shirt, of course. We're used to seeing Bart Verbruggen using his feet in a Brighton shirt, of course. The Romanian master. Using his feet in a Brighton shirt.
Goalkeeper Yanis Hadji is on a piece of headgear that probably won't win much in the fashion stakes, but it enables him to play. He has given Memphis Depay's headband a run for the money there. Stefan de Vrij of Inter Milan won his 2nd Serie A title in Italy this past season. Man for man, this Dutch back 4, arguably amongst the best in the tournament. Overstruck that time from Akker.
I see Bergwijn's position there. He's not playing wide on the right-hand side. He's playing virtually as a 2nd striker because Dumfries can offer the width down the right. That means Bergwijn can drift in field and support Depay.
Strong header from de Vrij. Marin. Seal. Bogusz. energy. Back on the ball on his feet. Pushing it in front of Lansman Marin and sweeping across was Ake.
That's great cover for Nathan Ake. Lansman Marin will break forward. We saw with that early cross of his how high up the pitch he wants to get. He can do that because Marius Marin will sit deep in central midfield, so that will release Stanchu and Marin to break forward when they can.
Left back Vasil playing any of Romania's qualifying game. You have to say the Romanians are bringing an incredible verve to the atmosphere here in the early stages. There's more of a nervous atmosphere down the other end with the Dutch.
You see Mogos coming into the Romanian team at left back. He is a right back really by trade, but I think it's the fact he's a natural defender. That's why he's been chosen ahead of Serescu.
Denzel Dumfries, who was a surprise omission against Austria last time out, a team that managed to beat the Netherlands, and it was highly anticipated that he would be back in the side today. Straight to Nikolai Stanchu, who scored that wonderful long-range goal against Ukraine in Romania's opening group game.
Once again there from Romania, off the ball, the high press, not easy for the Netherlands to play their passing football in their own half. They're under pressure.
It's not a good pass from Reinders. It has been pounced upon by Dennis Mann. Two on the overlap outside him, and across sweeps Virgil van Dijk. And he's put it out on the throw-in side of the corner flag.
It's the first time we've seen Ratsu break forward. He's such an energetic right back, but Cody Gakpo didn't track him back, so I think Gakpo's going to let him loose, hope one of his teammates picks him up. If Netherlands get the ball back, there might be space there that Ratsu leaves for Gakpo to exploit.
Ratsu there with the blue hair, one of the quickest runners at this tournament. He is a real speed merchant. This is Razvan Marin. Dennis Mann. Van Dijk well positioned for the Dutch. Bergwijn. Just as the Netherlands try and step out.
Razvan Marin. Moved in the direction of Dragic, comfortably cleared away. Bergwijn's header, can't find Memphis Depay. Walker. Mogos in a tussle here, which Bergwijn won, but his clearance hasn't done much. Marius Marin finding Nikolai Stanchu. Dragusin. Mann cutting inside, cut out by Nathan Ake. It's come back to Dennis Mann, never quite had it under control. Just about shepherded by De Vrij back to Verbruggen. Schouten had it just on the edge of his own penalty area, had the opportunity to clear it, didn't really.
Yeah, it's a good start from Romania. Another nervous start from the Dutch. Very deep. Similar to the Austria game, they got penned in early in that game and couldn't get out.
Memphis Depay with a layoff to Simons, back into Depay, Schouten forward. Reinders. Simons is a little flip into Memphis Depay, but didn't read it. Simons again, and now Depay. Good save. Yeah, flag has gone up. It wouldn't have counted, but let's give Nita some credit anyway, because he wasn't to know.
It's the first time they've made a few passes, really. Right decision, is he just gone a bit early, didn't need to. Lovely little position from Simons. Given the freedom today to go across that line and find those little pockets. We know he's a super talent. Got to get him the ball though, got to keep giving him the ball.
Four appearances now, short of a century of caps for the Netherlands, Memphis Depay. And 4 goals short of half a century of goals for his country.
Well, he was the best player against Austria. I think I saw an interview he did after the game saying he felt that was his best performance. Not just the goal, his link-up was great. It was a really good performance, and that's what they need from him every game if they're going to progress in this tournament.
Hadji was trying to take a quick throw from too far up this near touchline. He's going to leave it for Vasil and Mogush to take instead. Bergwijn, good challenge. Irish Marine in very firmly indeed, and fairly.
Really good. Maybe caught him on the way through, but no intention. He's up, thankfully.
De Vrij, Bergwijn, Depay. There's a promising little wriggle from Memphis Depay. Straight out of play from Nitsa. His dad Angel actually ended up sitting in the Romanian parliament, I think, once he'd retired from coaching. Simons, Reinders.
Tracking runners, working for your team, what we were talking about before the game. The work ethic that's collective.
Corner one. Well, he didn't get the last touch, Stefan de Vrij, because it's another corner.
It's a good ball in as well. Really, really good ball in. Great area.
Depay again. Ake. Has he kept that in? I think he has. Nitsa delivers. Dragush had made the run.
He's unlucky. But that's the positivity we're talking about constantly. Sees the opportunity, will try and do it. Really positive start from Romania. In the centre, and they played one over the top. Instead of trying to play through the lines, it was a really good diagonal over the top for the runner Simmons. Decent ball, especially with a high line.
Van Dijk like is wandering into the penalty area. It's a terrible corner, really easily cleared. Simons helps it on its way. Cody Gakpo here. Gakpo, good hit! It's a fabulous goal by Cody Gakpo! The Netherlands have the lead! And Cody Gakpo is joint top scorer at this European Championship, and that's an absolute beauty.
It was a great move. I think the keeper's going to be disappointed with this one though, Steve, at his near post. Yeah. It's not great goalkeeping. It's nice and positive from Gakpo, of course it is. But I think the keeper's got to do better. But it started with a beautiful pass from Scout through the lines. I've been watching Simons making his little moves. He was getting frustrated. He found that pocket. That's what we talked about. It was a brilliant little pass from shouting into him, and then he released Gakpo. But I think the keeper's got to do better.
3 goals at the last World Cup, 3 goals at this European Championship. Here comes Yanis Hadji. It's a goal kick.
Goal for the Netherlands by player number 11, Cody Gakpo.
Well, that's going to feel a whole lot better for Ronald Koeman after what was a really poor performance against Austria.
And not the best start here today either, to be honest, in terms of the energy.
The score, Netherlands leads by 1-0.
Simons is making some great little moves. He's free all the time. He's finding that little pot. He's demanding it all the time. He keeps getting frustrated. He's not, and then he moves again. Keep getting the ball to him.
Jurgen Schaarsen. Reinders. De Vrij. Bergwijn. Stayed on his feet. Did well, Denzel Dumfries. Ratsu slightly panicky clearance. It was an awkward height for the fullback. He's ended up putting it behind for a corner.
He's got to gather themselves, Romania. Try and get through this little 5-minute spell where the nerves have set in a little bit.
They need this to stay out, Romania. Memphis Depay. Yanis Hadji is more up than out, really. Simons forward. Dragush with the header. Depay. Trying to shield it, just got away from him, and it's a goal kick to Romania. They'll be grateful for that because the next few minutes are going to be really important for them.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Gakpo does this so well, shifting the ball quickly and getting his shots off. He catches it okay. maybe the keeper's guessing a little bit, or he doesn't quite move his feet, but shouldn't really be going in there. His reaction was straight away. He was on his knees. He was angry with himself.
Stefan de Vrij, Bergwijn, shouting for Memphis Depay. It's almost like passing the baton in a relay, that, wasn't it? He had to slow down because the pass didn't have enough pace on it. Yanis Hadji, full back and wide from Dennis Mann. Statue looking for him. Mann made contact, couldn't get the direction.
Well, it's another good move from Romania. I'll tell you what, watch Ake track his man. You want to watch someone defend properly. The wingers come all the way in. Look who's there. Followed him, doing his job. Brilliant defending from Ake. Great run as well from Man. Another good move from Romania. Nice response.
Man started the games against Ukraine and Belgium in the group stage, came on in the match against Slovakia. Back in the side in place of Koeman today. And he started quite lively actually for Romania, but they're behind, and it's Bergwijn for Dumfries. Ake. Pinged away in trademark fashion by Van Dijk. Ake. Reinders. Stefan de Vrij. Tranquil with the header, Reinders hit it. It's a corner.
It's good defending, plenty of numbers. Great block from Dragic. They're going to have times where they have to defend, and they're good at it. We've seen that already in this tournament.
Fifth Dutch corner already, 25 played. Depay again, de Vrij around the back, it's a free header, and it's in the side netting. And that's a huge let-off for Romania.
Well, it's a better ball in, wasn't it, from Depay? Back post, de Vrij's isolated. Gets a good contact on it as well. He'd be disappointed with that, heads it down. Tries to go near post.
Well, since they scored, the Dutch have been the only side who's really looked like scoring again. That has turned the game, that Cody Gakpo goal.
Well, it's settled the Dutch down, it's given them a bit of confidence, which they needed, but I've got every belief that this Romanian side will keep going and keep fighting.
Bergwijn, oh, what a challenge, that is brilliant. Dragic.
Time to perfection, wasn't it? Had to be. It's one thing Depay hasn't got, blistering pace to get away from people.
That's what you call fully committed. Depay's corner kick again. Simons for the Netherlands. Bergwijn. Dragush is right back there, and he's tackled like a centre forward as well. It's a free kick.
He's growing into the game, but he's had a few little nice touches. He's got a bit of freedom because he's got Dumfries on his outside, overlapping him, and he can go in and do his little bits. He's doing okay, especially considering he's had no football in the tournament so far.
Virgil van Dijk leading the little discussion. Famous four around the penalty spot for the Netherlands as Depay delivers the ball. It's half cleared. This is Reinders. Tijani Reinders, that's a good ball as well. Denzel Dumfries here for the Dutch. Look how many blue shirts there are in the middle. Stanchu was in the right place though, at the expense of yet another corner.
Really intelligent pass from Reinders. Saw him in the corner of his eye. It's the overload we're talking about with Dumfries on the right. It's causing Romania a little problem.
Had a very good season at Milan, Reinders. And he's carried that form into this tournament. Midfield was the problem for the Dutch coming into it with so many injuries as Depay takes this corner kick. Dragush with a clearing header. Schouten back to Simons. Minutes played in Munich. Romania 0, Netherlands 1. Cody Gakpo with that goal 10 minutes ago. Not one that Florin Nitsa in the Romania goal would want to see too often. But it was well hit by Gakpo.
Yeah, it was positive. Got a decent bit of power behind it, but he will be disappointed. You're right, the goalkeeper for sure.
Simons to Gakpo, holding off the challenge of Marius Marin. Scouting for Reinders. Good run that from Denzel Dumfries inside Hadji, laying it square. Oh, well, Dragush must have had his heart in his mouth because his own goal was gaping in front of him. Did brilliantly.
I think he's just onside, Dumfries, but Hadji's ended up having to play left back. It's not working for them. It's not going to work him that deep, trying to keep hold of Dumfries. A perfect opportunity to square it. But there he comes again, the man mountain, Dragush. Could be a huge tackle that for his team. The bigger context of this game.
I thought for a minute it was going to be rather similar to the own goal that Daniel Malen scored for Austria. In goes the Depay corner, Van Dijk with a header. And the whistle has gone. There's a foul on Dragush. It's a free kick to Romania.
Well, Magush is getting dragged in with Bergwijn, you see, so Hadji, being honest, he's running, getting himself back with Dumfries, but he's ending up playing more left back than he is a left winger, well, especially for the last 10 or 15 minutes.
That's a hefty one. They both felt that. Magush and Denzel Dumfries. On the ball, didn't they?
Yeah.
That is a hefty coming together. Got a great knack of scoring goals in tournament football, Gakpo.
Well, Gakpo's one of those types of players, even if he's not playing well, he always threatens the goal. That's the pass I was talking about, through the lines, into Simons. And then when Gakpo gets in these positions, you know what he wants to do, but he's so quick and sharp with that little bit of change of direction. Ratsiu can't stop him. And he does get some power behind him, but most keepers you've got to protect that near post first, not guess.
Joint top scorer on 3 with Jamal Musiala and Ivan Schranz and George Mikotadze. Though Mikotadze and Schranz are no longer involved at these Euros.
He looks rather calm. Always does, doesn't he? Nice and chilled, like yourself.
Thank you. Highlights of today's 2 games tonight on BBC One at 10:40. That's the highlights. Austria-Turkey a little bit later. And then on Friday at 7:30, quarter-final action live on BBC One. That's Portugal against France. And then, of course, on Saturday afternoon on air at 4 o'clock on BBC One, England's quarter-final against Switzerland in Dusseldorf. Oh gosh, he's still off the field of play, but I'm pleased to say that he is on his feet. Romania came off the back of Dragush's head. De Vrij really shouting here into Simons. Gakpo, again, really good defending, but it's come back out to Schouten. That's Hadji away. Only got 10 out there at the moment, Romania, with Mogish being checked by the doctor. Reinders, Denzel Dumfries, Ratsiu's clearing header. He's just coming back at them all the time at the moment.
Yeah, he needs to make a decision. It's hard to play against this Dutch side with 11, never mind 10. I think he's going to be coming off by the looks of it.
That's a lovely ball from Bergwijn into Dumfries. Good defending again by Marius Marin.
Well, it was a good job, wasn't it? Because we were talking about Hadji getting isolated with Dumfries, and it happened again there. Great cover from Marin.
Little fist pump of celebration. Speaking of which, Wimbledon's underway, of course. Every point you get a fist pump there. He's not going to be coming back. That much is evident, and it's going to be Bogdan Rakovitsan coming on. Well, it's a blow because he's in the team, because Banku is suspended, so were without their first choice left back. Mogosh was his replacement, and he is now going to have to be replaced. Hasn't it, since Romania have been a man short.
Coped reasonably well, actually. It was a horrible blow, wasn't it, for the lad?
Simons, Gakpo making the run. Here he is. Bergwijn in the middle, but not there. Marius Marin away, given away rather carelessly by Ratsiu to Ake. Reinders. De Vrij. Dumfries back to De Vrij. He's working so hard, Dennis Dragush.
He is. Fantastic.
Depay. It's dangerous.
It was a clever pass, actually, but I tell you what, Dragishin did really well there. He was patient. See defenders in those positions panic and become rash and dive in. He didn't. He's onside. It's a good ball from Ake. It's a good run as well. Nice and patient.
Well, he's on finally. Bogdan Rakovitsan for Mogos. And Borka has gone to left back. Rakovitsan is now alongside Dragushin, left-sided central defender. Denzel Dumfries. Bergwijn. Scouten looking for Memphis Depay. Waited for the challenge, which duly came, and then it's a lovely little turn away from Rakovitsan. And Reinders, and still Reinders, and Simons, and Statue there to put it behind for the corner.
Great bit of skill from Depay. I felt for Rakovitsan, then he's just come on and he's having to try and cope with the silky skills of Depay. More skill there from Simons, gets the corner. I thought Reinders could have hit it earlier, actually. He had an opportunity on the edge of the box and he chopped it, and then he lost the opportunity.
Change of corner taker, Simons this time. Just about away by Nitsa through a crowd. Well, Romania were arguably the better side for the first 20 minutes of the game, but since the goal,
it's
completely changed.
Never tried one of those Rabonas when I played. You were Rabona man, Steve.
I've been very lucky to make any contact at all, I tell you. Obviously never seen me play.
No.
Reinders. Denzel Dumfries. Scouts around the corner for Bergwijn. Dumfries to Depay and Gakpo in the middle. Will he whip it? He does. Good clearing header by Rakovitsan, back in by Scouten and cleared away by Marius Marin. Van Dijk got there ahead of Dragush. Van Dijk's stayed down. Simons drifting inside. Bergwijn. Jordi Scouten for Denzel Dumfries. Memphis Depay. Rakovitsan there.
Although they're dominating the Dutch and they're playing some nice little intricate patterns, you have to give credit to Romania for being disciplined, staying patient with the defending, doing the work, sticking in the game even though it's not going your way. Imperative they get to half-time with only that one goal difference.
Well, certainly the last 10 minutes, 15 minutes maybe has been a case of Romania hanging on to 0-1. Dumfries deflected behind by Borka. It's double figures for corners now for the Netherlands in this first half. German referees just having a word. Rakovitsan was the man being spoken to. Ake making a run as the corner kick comes in, and that's gone straight out of play.
Not sure what he was trying to do.
No idea.
It's been a mixed bag from Depay on his set plays.
He's trying to score.
He is.
Yeah.
What an effort.
We saw Malinovsky of Ukraine nearly do it against Belgium the other day, wherever we were, I've forgotten, but He nearly caught out Casteels, the Belgian goalkeeper, at the near post.
It was actually a really clever effort from Depay because the keeper was a little bit off. It was a great spot.
That's not a great clearance. Bergwijn. Reinders to Van Dijk. 2 minutes of this first half to go, and Romania, I think, will be happy to get in at 1-0 down and have a chance to talk about things and regroup and refocus.
So much of the Dutch players come down the right side.
Oh, Denzel Dumfries, Rakovic error. Simon surely got to get a shot away, and it dribbles harmlessly wide.
Well, he's got away with it, hasn't he? Rakovic, and one of those classic moments where you try and usher the ball out. We've all been there, and you get robbed. He's got to hit it. It was a little bit overhit, to be fair, from Dumfries. He could have done with a bit more care on the pass so he can just come onto it and stroke it into one of the corners. Still think he should have tried to hit it once. So as soon as he take a touch, they get round him. Great opportunity, missed that for Simons.
Well, you can only think that the Netherlands might look back on this 25 minutes that they've been 1-0 in front and completely dominant.
Absolutely.
And live to regret not having added to their tally.
Well, they want to get some. Romania will want to change something half time or tweak something, of course. But we've got to get that right-hand side working a little bit more. We've seen a little bit of man and his talent, and of course, Ratseu, we haven't seen enough of him. We've seen him in previous games. They've not got him going.
Here's Rakovic, who was raised in France. Here's Ratseu, who was raised in Spain. Going to be a minimum of 3 added minutes at the end of the first half. Ake. Was there a push on Simons? He thought so. The referee belatedly did too.
He's been really good. Being able to watch him live for the last couple of games, watch his movement, such a clever player. Non-stop on the move, demanding the ball. Been really good.
On loan from PSG to Leipzig last season. Verbruggen for the Dutch. Dragusin. Another impressive 45 minutes from the Tottenham centre-half. He's really having to lead what is a very much reshuffled back four at the moment. Van Dijk has given it straight to Yanis Hadji. Hadji into Dennis Draguš. Draguš got the shot away, and Verbruggen's behind it. Van Dijk's error.
It was an error, and it's the first little bit of joy they've had. Draguš getting on the ball. I actually thought the overlap on the left with the ball, I don't think he saw him coming. It was Borka coming down the left-hand side for a little overlap, a little reverse pass, but he wanted to get his shot away. Just shows you at 1-0, one small mistake and it can turn.
Dumfries for the forward header for the Dutch. But there's Ratseu, the right back. Haven't seen him that far forward before. He's chasing that, won't reach it.
I think we'll see him a lot more second half. Convinced of that.
Bergwijn. Scored a goal on his Tottenham debut, Steven Bergwijn, you might remember, against Manchester City in a victory at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. That was, I mean, he had some other good days, particularly in the Champions League campaign for Spurs, but ended up being a little bit on the fringes, really.
He did, but he's a super talent. He's quick, he's strong, he can score a goal, he can play all across the line.
Dennis Marta, Yanis Hadji, brought down beautifully. 5-6 forward here, Romania. Virgil van Dijk in the way. Romania have their first corner kick of the game in stoppage time at the end of the first half.
Good ball from Hadji, fires it across. Decent defending from Van Dijk, but that's better. Get the fans going just before half time, give everybody a lift.
Vorka forward, Dragushin forward, Rakovic-san there, forward. All the Dutch are back. Yanis Hadji with a corner kick. Comes straight back to Hadji. That's clash of heads. Rakovic-san has gone down. Bergwijn's played the ball off Burka for a Dutch throw. Rakovic-san is okay.
Tell you what, it was a hell of a ball back in with his weak foot, Hadji. De Vrij does really well, gets a little nick on it.
And the referee, Felix Swire, has blown his whistle and brought the first half to an end. Romania excellent for 20 minutes, but then Florin Nita beaten at his near post by...
I can't believe I saw you with another man. Umutima wanje usizemo igikomere. Nizeye ibyo wambwiye, utari nk'aba bandi bagiye. Simfite icyo ndi busobanurire my mama, kuko yarazi ko ari wowe mukazana. Habaye iki ko I gave you all I had, my money udasize na my heart. Yaba waruzi ibyo nkoreye, nakubeshya ugiye nkigukeneye, kuko ari ngombwa ko nkiza umutima, bibaye ngombwa ko ngusiga nzira. Ndazi ko nzagorwa no kukwibagirwa, but I gotta move on, kuko ari ngombwa ko nkiza umutima, bibaye ngombwa ko ngusiga nzira. Ndazi ko nzagorwa no kukwibagirwa, but I gotta move on. Yari love yishinwa, it wasn't meant to last long. Even though I'm a sinner, I didn't deserve that. Wansangije inyanya n'inyoni, mu bashumi banje unkoze isoni. Yaba waruzi ibyo nkoreye, nakubeshya ugiye nkigukeneye, kuko ari ngombwa ko nkiza umutima, bibaye ngombwa ko ngusiga nzira. Ndazi ko nzagorwa no kukwibagirwa, but I gotta move on, kuko ari ngombwa ko nkiza umutima, bibaye ngombwa ko ngusiga nzira. Ndazi ko nzagorwa no kukwibagirwa, but icyo ukunda kumva nuko ntazigera mbona icyakundutira aho ukunda kunyura nuko ubuzi ko ari njye uhahagaze umutima narawufashe mu bitagiye n'inzage ugomba gukunda ukuntu nkunda wambayemo ntiwavamo mu buzima bwagera nisanze ndimo nkunda ukuntu ukunda ndashaka ubyumve ndashaka utuze waba mwiza cyangwa mubi ntumeze nkawe icyo nabashije kumenya nuko nahinduye ubuzima ndagukunda nanakuzira wera nk'inyange wihisha nk'ifeza muhaye ikamba undutira icyo ntarabona can you promise me yes I know you did bwira yuko nawe utazigera ubona undi icyo ukunda kumva nuko ntazigera mbona icyakundutira aho ukunda kunyura nuko ubuzi ko ari njye uhahagaze umutima narawufashe mu bitagiye n'inzage ugomba gukunda ukuntu nkunda wambayemo ntiwavamo mu buzima bwagera nisanze ndimo nkunda ukuntu ukunda
ukunda utari njyewe wagukunda uko wifuza ibyishimo nzabikubanza kurinda n'amakuba ni kenshi nakubeshye uri keza uruta izuba n'imvura nzayikusha umutima nzawuvura baby ngwino nyemerere ngira ibyiza nkwereka nkukize akababaro watewe n'izi ngegera ndashaka kugusetsa pani zo guserera baza bagusekera siko bose bakwemera baby you the baddest yeah finance getting peppy yeah Pretty flawless, but you got it all. Baby, you the baddest, yeah. Finest getting peppy, yeah. Uri bote, uraba ruta bose. Uraba ruta bose. Uraba ruta bose.
icyo ukunda kumva nuko ntazigera mbona icyakundutira aho ukunda kunyura nuko ubuzi ko ari njye uhahagaze umutima narawufashe mu bitagiye n'inzage ugomba gukunda ukuntu nkunda wambayemo ntiwavamo mu buzima bwagera nisanze ndimo nkunda ukuntu ukunda icyo ukunda kumva nuko ntazigera mbona icyakundutira aho ukunda kunyura nuko ubuzi ko ari njye uhahagaze umutima narawufashe mu bitagiye n'inzage ugomba gukunda ukuntu nkunda wambayemo ntiwavamo mu buzima bwagera nisanze ndimo nkunda ukuntu ukunda ndashaka ubyumve ndashaka utuze waba mwiza cyangwa mubi ntumeze nkawe icyo nabashije kumenya nuko nahinduye ubuzima ndagukunda nanakuzira wera nk'inyange wihisha nk'ifeza muhaye ikamba undutira icyo ntarabona can you promise me yes I know you did bwira yuko nawe utazigera ubona undi icyo ukunda kumva nuko ntazigera mbona icyakundutira aho ukunda kunyura nuko ubuzi ko ari njye uhahagaze umutima narawufashe mu bitagiye n'inzage ugomba gukunda ukuntu nkunda wambayemo ntiwavamo mu buzima bwagera nisanze ndimo nkunda ukuntu ukunda
ukunda utari njyewe wagukunda uko wifuza ibyishimo nzabikubanza kurinda n'amakuba ni kenshi nakubeshye uri keza uruta izuba n'imvura nzayikusha umutima nzawuvura bebe ngwino nyemerere ngira ibyiza nkwereka nkukize akababaro watewe n'izi ngegera ndashaka kugusetsa pani zo guserera baza bagusekera si bose bakwemera baby you the baddest yeah finance getting happy yeah Pretty flawless, but you got it all. Baby, you the baddest, yeah. Finest getting happy, yeah. Uri bote, uraba ruta bose. Uraba ruta bose. Uraba ruta bose.
Icyo ukunda kumva nuko ntazigera mbona icyakundutira aho ukunda kunyura nuko ubuzi ko ari njye uhahagaze umutima narawufashe mu bitagihe n'inzage ugomba gukunda ukuntu nkunda wambaye muni wamvamo mu buzima bwanjye ramba